Good evening, 180. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are glad you guys are with us. I see some people checking in. Good morning from the Netherlands, says Mr. Bowder. Will, that song is by Marshmallow. Gabe, how's it going, my man? Josh, thanks for joining us tonight. We are glad you guys are here. And guess what, guys? This is hopefully going to be our last live stream because starting next week we'll be back to our regular in-person meetings. And I'll be honest, I haven't really worked on a summer schedule yet in terms of pool parties and regular youth group meetings and all those kinds of issues or events because of all the issues that we've been experiencing lately. So we'll get a summer schedule worked out, but next week we'll be back at CSY at 6 p.m. and hope you guys will join us for some fun there. So Ben is checking in from Australia. Yeah, I doubt it. I don't think you guys are in the Netherlands or Australia, but thanks for joining us nonetheless. I got a couple, things just for fun tonight, as always. And the first one is, man, I'll tell you what, I like to watch ESPN and sports shows. And pretty much the only thing that they have been talking about these last few weeks during Corona, when since they haven't been able to do all of the sports games, is they've been talking about the GOAT this, the GOAT that, who's the greatest this, who's the greatest of that, and all kinds of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. I'm going to give you guys a chance to decide who or what is the GOAT. And so GOAT vote. You can leave your comment in the comment section saying which of these people or things you think is the greatest. Let's start with Christian rapper. I know that that might seem a little funny, but there's some really good Christian rappers out there. And who would you say gets your vote for the greatest Christian rapper? I just threw these two guys up there because they're two of my favorites, Lecrae and Andy Mineo. If you're old school like Josh, you might say Toby Mac. I'm not sure that he really truly qualifies as a rapper. He's more hip hop, but Lecrae or Andy Mineo, or I don't even know who those two guys are. In the comment section, what do you guys think? Kaylee is checking mine. I kind of figured my kids would check in with Andy Mineo. Kind of figured Will Sunday would check in with Andy Mineo. Anybody else out there listen to either of these guys? Lecrae's making a comeback. Adam Bowder, do you listen to Christian rap? I'm not sure that I can see you listening to Christian rap. I see you more as a country guy. I see Adam as a country guy, maybe. Rap light. Yeah, Toby Mac was rap light. All right. So Andy Mineo wins that one 3-2. All right, next. This is for you movie fans out there / book readers. Greatest villain, Vader or Voldemort? Adam says he despises rap. And country. Adam, what's your music of choice, my man? Also, vote in the comment section on the greatest villain between these two choices. You may disagree. You may think that somebody else is greater. But let's see. We got a couple Vaders. Yeah, we're not really Voldemort fans in my house. Looks like Vader's going to pull away with this one unless Voldemort gets some a late push here. Nope, it's going to be Vader. Everybody loves a little Vader. All right, next. Best condiment, ketchup or ranch? Now, I have a feeling that Josh is going to have some strong feelings on this. He is a foodie, and I'll wait for him to weigh in, but I'd like to hear some reasoning, some logic behind Josh's answer. Sarah Ritter is the only one coming in with Voldemort. Let's see. Adam says he likes club music, EDM. Nice, I like it. All right, let's see. We've got Sarah Kleck and Derek weighing in with ketchup. Will's coming in with ketchup. Sarah's coming in with ketchup. So here's the thing. It really, in my book, it really depends what you're talking about because ketchup is pretty versatile all around. But there are certain things that you just need a good ranch for. So I hate to totally discount ranch because you need some ranch in your life every now and then. Laura is a fan of the ranch. All right, looks like ketchup is going to win that one easily. All right. So, videos. Let's see. Catcher. I think Josh's phone auto-corrected ketchup to catcher. Let's see. Ketchup all around. But one rock, one ranch is better. I don't know what that means. Maybe Josh's phone is autocorrecting the second part as well. All right. Anyway, moving along. I kind of figured that's what Josh would say. Ketchup all around, but you got to have you some ranch every now and then. All right. Videos. Where would you rather watch your videos, on TikTok or YouTube? TikTok or YouTube? What's your preference? If you're out there, and you're looking for a new YouTube channel, check out Ben's YouTube channel. Ben, leave a comment in the comment section if you want these guys to follow you on your YouTube channel. I know Ben's a big YouTuber. Yes, looks like YouTube is going to win this one. Let's see. Yep, not even a fair fight. YouTube wins. All right, here we go. Next. So you got your licorices, and you got your Twizzlers, and you got your red vines. Which one are you grabbing? If you're going to go to the movies, you're going to sneak in your favorite licorice in your coat. Are you sneaking in your red vines? Or are you sneaking in your Twizzlers? Sly Right, yeah, it's Sly Right. Check out Sly Right's YouTube channel for some good gaming action. Let's see, anybody weighing in on the red vines versus Twizzlers? Yes, Derek, my boy, good choice. Kaylee, I can respect that if you don't like licorice that you would choose neither. I honestly don't even know. It's not even a fair fight. I think that Twizzlers are just by far the way to go if you like licorice. Yes, Jessica agrees. All right, so Twizzlers is winning that one. Oh, wait, we have a late entry. Josh Preschool is going for the red vines. All right, I see you, Josh. I see you. Sweatpants. Are you going for the athletic look or the casual look when it comes to sweatpants? Athletic or casual? This is an important question. Are you going for comfort or are you going for functionality? Are you going athletic or casual with the sweatpants? Me personally, I'm an athletic kind of guy, but when I was a kid, all I wore was the sweatpants. My mom used to try and get me to wear jeans for church and stuff. I hated it. Hated jeans. I was only going with the casual, puffy sweatpants. So yes, Kaylee is both. Derek and Will, they're going with the athletic pants. Anybody else? I think Adam Bowder usually goes with the casual. Sarah Ritter's going with comfort, casual. All right, so that is probably our most evenly debated one so far, although it looks like casual is going to pull away with it in the end. Going with the casual. Yes, Josh likes to wear casual sweatpants when he goes to a buffet so that, he has extra room for expansion of his waist. Josh, I know you're a big fan of the buffet pants. All right. Greatest painter ever. Is this even a question? Vincent van Gogh or Bob Ross? Paint a pretty little tree. If you've ever watched Bob Ross, he's a great guy, funny guy. I used to watch Bob Ross. Actually, my grandma used to watch Bob Ross when I was growing up, and I would watch it with her. And she tried to do some Bob Ross paintings back in the day. But you got to love Bob Ross. But Vincent van Gogh is the classic. So let's see who is a casual artist. Those would be the Bob Ross fans. The serious art fans would be the Vincent van Gogh. It looks like Bob Ross is going to pull away with this one because just look at the guy. He's lovable. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at the hair. Look at the beard. That's a lovable dude right there. All right, moving along. Josh, what are you laughing about? Bob Ross? All right, here we go. Next, I think this is the last one. Oh no, there's a couple more. Your ride. Would you rather have a car or a truck? What you driving? A car or a truck? Hey, Tim Vieser, thanks for checking in. Maybe you got Luke there with you. What's up, fellas? Car or truck? Would you rather have a car or a truck? You know what my preference is, and that Ford Raptor on that picture is sweet. But you know, that's a pretty nice Tesla too. I can see driving the Tesla. Let's see. Derek is the only one weighing in for a truck. My man, I like it. Anybody else? Any other truck fans out there? Sarah, nice. Sarah's driving a truck. I like it. I should have seen that one coming. Riley, what's up? Riley's going with the truck. I like it. All right. And I think this is the last one. This is the one that's been debated so many times on ESPN over the last month. Who is the greatest basketball player of all time? We're going to decide it right now, once and for all. I'm going to call ESPN after you guys vote, and I'm just going to tell them, listen, this is the way it is. Your commentators, your analysts don't know anything. My teens have decided, and the greatest basketball player of all time is, will it be LeBron or will it be Jordan? Let's see what we got. Josh, what's your answer? Josh and I have debated this one before. Noda. I don't know who Noda is. Laura's still checking in. Laura drives a truck. Nice. All right, Jordan. Are there any LeBron fans out there? Any LeBron fans? I think there he is. I knew Josh was going to check in with LeBron. O'Reilly's going to go with LeBron too. Well, I think we've settled it, people. I think we've settled it. I think Michael Jordan is the winner. All right. So, I have another game, and it is a game that involves song titles. Some of these songs are older songs, and some of them are songs that are current. But basically, you guys know what a synonym is, right? A synonym is like a different word with a very similar or the same meaning. So these are song titles, but they're not exactly the song title, so you have to figure out what song title it is. So comment in the comment section if you think you know. First one to comment, the right one in there wins. Let's see. Vintage, Village, Highway. So you are trying to come up with the synonym. What song title is this synonym title on your screen belong to? Adam Bowder is also checking in late with Jordan. I like it, Adam. I knew you had the right answer. All right, Vintage, Village, Highway. Some of these are pretty tough. Let's see if anybody can get this. Vintage, Village, Highway. Yes, Sarah Kleck, you are correct. It is the Old Town Road. The Vintage Village Highway is the Old Town Road. Josh, you were just a little bit late, my man. All right. Set flames to the marine vessels. Set flames to the marine vessels. This is a song by a Christian band. Set flames to the marine vessels. See if I can remember all these titles when you guys enter them in the comment section, because I don't have them written down. Set flames to the marine vessels. Christian artist, their song. I will give you a hint in a second. Kaylee Ryan. Burn the Ships by King and Country. So Set Flames to the Marine Vessels is Burn the Ships for King and Country. All right, next. Rotation in the Depths. Rotation in the Depths. No, you didn't, Will Sunday. Your answer's got to appear on my comment screen, and your answer didn't appear, so no. Rotation in the Depths. This is a song sung by a female vocalist. She's been in the news recently because she's posted some new pictures of herself, and she lost a lot of weight, and people are freaking out about it. So, yes, Sarah Ritter. It is Rolling in the Deep by Adele. All right, Sarah got that one. Next, Evil Man. Evil Man. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what the correct song title is for this one, but if somebody writes it in the comments, I think I remember. If not, we'll just advance the slide. Evil Man. This is also a modern song. It is a male vocalist. I think this song is probably currently on the top 100, not sure. But Evil Man. Yes, Sarah Ritter strikes again. Bad Guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a dude. It's Billie Eilish. But it is modern. All right. Bad Guy, Billie Eilish, correct. Metal Links Fracturer. This is a hard one. I'm trying to remember. I think... Oh, this is a Christian artist. Metal Links Fracturer. What do you got for the Metal Links Fracturer? This is popular on Christian radio stations right now. Metal Links Fracturer. I think that Sarah Kleck is going to be the first one to get this one. Oh, Jessica. Oh, Matt. Nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Jessica got it. It is Chainbreaker by Zach Williams. All right. This one is very annoying, but it's been very popular in the past. Infant Toothy Fish. Infant Toothy Fish. And we will not sing this song when we get it correct. But if you want to sing it at home and annoy your parents, go right ahead. Yes, Derek Ryan is correct. Infant Toothy Fish is Baby Shark. Jessica right behind for a close second. Did you guys know that the apparently the artist of that song is Pink Fong? According to this game, Pink Fong. Never heard of Pink Fong. But apparently they sing Baby Shark. All right. This is an oldie. Sock Me Infant Once More. Josh is going to sing it in the comment section. Matt, it's okay if you're late. We will forgive you this one and only time. You're lucky that this is our last live stream, or else we might kick you out of youth group as a leader forever, but we're going to give you grace tonight. Sock Me Infant Once More. I don't know. Josh, this is up your alley, Josh. You should get this one. I would think that, I don't think any teens are going to, this is like, this is maybe a hit from 10 years ago. Oh, Laura gets it. Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. Do you guys remember that weird incident where she had a mental breakdown? And I'm not trying to make light of mental breakdowns, but she shaved her head and she just went off the deep end, and people, again, like Adele losing weight, people were freaking out. All right. There is no light from the solar source. There is no light from the solar source. I don't remember this one, but if you get it in the comment section, again, I'm sure I'll remember. There is no light from the solar source. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Sarah. Sorry. It is a classic, though. It is a classic. If you love that song, it's a classic. Not in the classical sense, but I mean, it's definitely not up to date. That's an older song. There is no light from the solar source. This is a hard one. Let's see who gets it first. No clue. Uh-oh. I think they stumped you guys. I honestly don't even remember, so I can't give you guys a clue. Turn the lights off and carry me home. Is that even a song, Matt? I've never heard of that before, but it would be a good one, I'm sure. That sounds like a country music song. All right, let's reveal. It is oh, Pour Some Sugar on Me. Wait a second. I think those slides don't go together because Pour Some Sugar on Me and There Is No Light from the Solar Shore. Sorry, I don't know what the answer to that one is, but it's definitely not Pour Some Sugar on Me. All right, Pondering Loudly. This is a modern, current hit. Pondering Loudly. I think you guys can get this one. Sorry, don't know what happened with that last one. But obviously, like I said, the two slides didn't match up for some reason. That's probably my bad. When I did this the other week, I must have mixed some slides together. Black Hole Sun, yes, I was thinking about that one, Jessica. But I don't think that was it. I don't remember that being one of the ones, but it could be. It could be. Thinking Out Loud. Sarah, you are good at this game. And you're also probably an Ed Sheeran fan, I believe. Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran is correct. Oh, this is an oldie. This is a classic. They play this one at sports events all the time. Pupil of the Feline. Pupil of the Feline. What are you guys thinking about the Pupil of the Feline? Dude, this one's catchy. I'm not going to, but I just want to break out singing it right now because we're talking like 80s. We're talking like it's probably played at like every sports game. Eye of the Tiger. You are correct. Man, Sarah is unbeatable at this game, which reminds me, I'm going to need some contestants. Tonight we have a game, youth leaders versus students. So I'm going to need some contestants. So all of you guys who are answering now, don't get scared. I need some contestants in just a minute. But yes, it is Eye of the Tiger. Let's see if I have any more. I think I have a couple. Fatality of an Unmarried Man. Yes, Andrew. It's so classic. I can see Andrew and Ben dancing and singing Eye of the Tiger. Yeah, Fatality of an Unmarried Man. I know, Matt. If only they had named their songs these titles, they probably would be even more famous. I agree with you. Josh, you want to face Sarah in person? We'll see. We'll see if we can work that out next week. Fatality of an Unmarried Man. Death of a Bachelor. You are correct. Sarah Kleck won that one. Panic at the Disco. Death of a Bachelor. That is the end of that game. All right, so here's what I need. I need I need 4 contestants, and I have 3 youth leaders. So one of the youth leaders will have to play twice. This is a memory game. So let me pull up the slides, and I will explain to you how it's going to work. All right. We've done this before for our family dinners. Let's see. Josh, which Sarah do you want to play against, Josh? Are you wanting to play against Sarah Ritter or Sarah Kleck? You said you want to face Sarah head-to-head, face-to-face. We can't go head-to-head. We can't go face-to-face, but we can go head-to-head. So, Josh, I'll let you go first. Who do you want to play against, Sarah Kleck or Sarah Ritter? While Josh is deciding who he wants to play against, here's how this is going to work. There will be 12 items that will flash on the screen for 12 seconds. As soon as the 12 seconds is up, a timer will start, and you'll start typing, and you'll type as many of the things that were on the screen as you can remember. And when 30 seconds is up, you have to hit enter or send, and we'll see who gets the most right. All right, so it's going to be Josh versus both Sarahs. All right? So here's how it works. Again, one more time. When I hit the button, it's going to show 12 items for 12 seconds. When the timer, after the 12 seconds is up, the timer will start counting down from 30 to 0. During those 30 seconds, you will type as many of the things you can remember as possible, and then as soon as it gets down to 0, you can finish the one you're on, and then hit the send or enter button so that it comes to the comment section. All right, here we go. Let's begin. All right, you can have 12 seconds. Here we go. So finish your one that you're on and hit the send button. Yeah, I turned it down. Sorry. I got it. I got you, people. All right. Sarah Ritter says box, mask, glove, house, hand being washed, yes. Sanitizer, and pants. That is correct. Sweatpants. Sarah Kleck, did you enter all that in one or two? Oh, there you go. Let's see. So Sarah Ritter has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sarah Kleck has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Josh has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Sarah Ritter is the winner. All right. So Sarah Ritter, 1 point for the students. Students lead 1-0. All right. Next, we'll go with Matt Miller. And who wants to play Matt Miller? How about a dude? Ben, Derek, Adam Bowder, Gabe. Who wants to play Matt? First one to answer, first one to check in gets to play Matt, or else I will choose somebody. Let's see. Who is going to check in? Otherwise, I will pick somebody. Let's see. Josh claims he had 7. Mask, hand sanitizer, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm only counting. Oh, I guess the hand and sanitizer are 2 different things. I thought hand sanitizer was 1, Josh. All right, it's a tie. 1-1. 1-1. All right. Derek's up. All right, Derek versus Matt Miller. Here we go. You there, Matt? I hope you are, because we're rolling with it. Here we go. Do not start typing. Let's see who came up with the most. Hey, Tim, I turned down the music for you. Stop whining. All right, here we go. Derek has a... Oh, Matt Miller. Derek has donut, cookie, cracker, M&Ms. All right.
See, this is why I didn't want to play.
Matt Miller has donut, apple, Cheetos, saltines, popcorn, pretzels. Holy moly, Matt, you are a fast typer and a good memorizer. All right, so leaders lead 2-1. Leaders lead 2-1. All right, next we have Laura versus who wants to play? Riley, you want to play Laura? Give me a thumbs up or something if Josh miscounted. So it is 1-1. We're just gonna keep changing the score. It's 1-1 right now. Ben, why are you giving me a sign of a super soaker? I don't know what that means. Does that mean you want to have a water battle? Come to my house and we'll have a water battle. I'm always ready. I've got lots of loaded balloons at any given time. All right, Riley, you want to play against Laura? Give me something. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a yes. Let me know you're ready. Hello. Riley, are you there? Derek is LOLing. I can actually testify that he's LOLing because he's sitting here in the same room as me. So, all right, I need a contestant for Laura. Let's see. Jessica. Here we go, Jessica. You are up. Jessica. No, you can't start. Oh, I was wondering if Matt started during the original 12 seconds.
Cheat.
Derek's protesting.
Cheat.
So yeah, we're gonna have to discount that one. So the teens are leading 1-0.
Yeah.
Matt, if you started typing right away. All right, Jessica and Laura. Here we go. Jessica, I hope you're watching because we're just gonna roll with it. Let's go. Hey Tim, there's a button on your device or computer called a volume button. Just turn it down. All right. Let's see. Laura, Jessica, did you guys play? Or did we just do that for nothing? All right. Oh, Jessica's in. There's Jessica's answers. Let's see what we got. Laura might have had to deal with the boys or something. Troll, yes. Grad cap, yes. Dog, tiger, baseball field, yes, yes, yes. Goat and crown. Jessica, that was good. That was very good. Laura's coming in with the dog, the cow, and LeBron. All right, looks like the youth leaders are going to lose this one, but we'll play the last one just for fun. Let's see. Josh, you want to go against somebody? Josh versus Gabe. Here we go. Josh versus Gabe. Oh, this is a tough one. Sorry, Matt. Too late. All right. Josh and Gabe, you got 30 seconds. Enter your entrances now. Wait, Tim, you got Girl Scout cookies? You didn't share any with me. What kind of Girl Scout cookies you got, Tim? Do tell. We want to know what you got. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1, and send it. Gabe, I hope you participated. Otherwise, the youth leaders are going to pull within one. Maybe not. Anybody? I know you guys are a little behind me, so I'm going to wait a couple seconds. And something. Yep. From the Normans. Well, that doesn't answer what kind they are. Josh says, flatten the curve. Yes. Pandemic. Yes. Unprecedented. Quarantine. COVID. All right. So it looks like the youth leaders lost that one, but just barely, 2-1. It was a close game. We had one that we had a discount because apparently one of our youth leaders can't follow the rules. Matt, you let me down. We could have had victory on that one. It was right there for the taking, and you let us down. All right, just kidding. You're fine. All right, so now what we have next is very exciting. What we have next is the final welcome to my lair, and this is honestly, this is the one you guys have all been waiting for. I was able to reel in the big fish for this one. I didn't think they were going to say yes, but they did, and I am very pleased to present this welcome to my lair to you guys. This guy is a man of mystery, and I know that you're all really excited to see exactly what is going on in this dude's room. So without further ado, here you go.
Hi, I'm Adam, and welcome to my lair.
All right, we got Adam. We got Adam Bowder here. Adam, thanks for joining us. I wasn't sure what your response would be. I was kind of surprised that you said yes. I thought you'd be one of those people who's like, no one's going to see my room. So I'm glad we got you on board. I'm sure that you will be. You're an interesting fellow, so I'm sure this is going to be good. And I'm sure the other teens are going to want to see your room. So give us a quick tour.
Okay, so we'll go from left to right. On my left, here's a mess of cables and my gaming equipment for console at least. I am a PS4 kind of guy, so I have a PS4 and a Nintendo Switch. Here's my TV. It's my TV. Over here is my school stuff that I don't really use anymore because school's over. At least for me, at least. Over here's.
Sorry, I was trying to adjust something and I messed it up, so we're going to restart that. It's a bonus feature. It's an Adam Bowder bonus feature. I ruined his big debut.
Hi, I'm Adam, and welcome to my lair.
All right. We got Adam. We got Adam Bowder here. Adam, thanks for joining us. I wasn't sure what your response would be. I was kind of surprised that you said yes. I thought you'd be one of those people who's like, no one's going to see my room. So I'm glad we got you on board. I'm sure that you will be. You're an interesting fellow, so I'm sure this is going to be good. And I'm sure the other teens are going to want to see your room. So give us a quick tour.
Okay, so we'll go from left to right. On my left, here's a mess of cables and my gaming equipment for console at least. I am a PS4 kind of guy, so I have a PS4 and a Nintendo Switch. Here's my TV. It's my TV. Over here is my school stuff that I don't really use anymore because school's over. At least for me, at least. Over here's my guitar. It needs new strings, but there's my guitar. Here's my computer. It's pretty. It glows. It glows. It's pretty. Here's a record player with my school laptop and everything else, and some shoes and whatever. My bed, obviously. My other bed, in case I get bored and want to switch it up. Here's a closet. Here's a poster promoting John Wick 3. Good movie. I recommend go see it. And these are targets for when I go shooting down at the range. I'm not that great, but it's something, I guess. Pretty cool.
All right. Cool. So a couple questions. Back to the target. Which of the targets were you actually aiming for? Because there's bullets all over that thing.
There are bullets over everything. We went through all of them with different types of guns. This one was with a small revolver. I think it was like a 45 millimeter. I don't know. But it was a revolver, and I wasn't too good at that. That was from a closer range. This was with a 9mm from decently far away. I got some, but there are flyers here and there. This one, I don't know what happened with this one. I missed like everywhere. Same deal with over here. I got a lot down here. This was with a AR, and I couldn't get the recoil right, and I aimed wrong horribly. And this one, same deal. I just sort of went in the corner more than like actually hitting, because I clearly missed a lot. I'm not the best. I miss it.
Takes practice. I'm just glad you're practicing.
It does take practice.
All right. So that keyboard, that glowing keyboard, is awesome.
Yes.
So what's your favorite computer game to play?
It breathes. My favorite computer game to play at the moment is either Minecraft, because it's an oldie and a goodie, or Terraria. It got its newest update a few weeks ago, and it's a lot of fun.
All right.
So I'm playing a lot.
The PS4 favorite game on there?
Absolutely, Call of Duty Warzone. Best game I've ever played in a while. Good game. Good game.
Yeah, I used to play Call of Duty with some teens a while back, and it was a slaughter fest. I couldn't do anything, and I just got killed every single time. So
yeah, it's hard, but it's fun. It's rewarding.
Switch game. Favorite Switch game?
Probably Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
New Horizons. Good game. Good game.
Okay. So you got two beds in your room? What's up with that?
Okay, so this used to be my dad's old room, but he never used it because he would always work on the couch, and when he was done, he'd just roll over and go to bed.
Yeah.
He allowed me to move over into his room. This was his bed. This was my old bed from my old room, just over here. Right here. We just took the mattress off and carried it over. Now this is where I keep my laundry.
Wait a second. So you've got a second whole bedroom as a walk-in closet, basically.
Yep.
And the master suite.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous teen version.
Yep.
Nice. All right.
Yep.
Oh, wait. On the wall.
Oh, I had an old Mario blanket.
Yes, that's awesome.
I had an old Mario blanket. So, hold on. It's going to bug me. There you go. I had an old Mario blanket, so I pinned it up and used it as a wall decoration because my walls are kind of bland.
That is a classic.
They use a Mario blanket.
Classic. So back to your room, the guitar. Do you take lessons or are you teaching yourself?
I'm taking lessons from my uncle. He plays guitar. And it's really fun, but my strings are really worn out, so it's really hard to keep them tuned or hold and put a note. So it's just sort of sitting here until I can get out and get them restringed.
So we're gonna start a GoFundMe page for Adam to get new strings for his guitar.
Absolutely.
Because we've got a bunch of teens who play stuff, who are learning to play stuff. We got to get a band going here for worship for OneEighty sometime. What do you play at the CSY marching band? Drums?
I am a percussionist. Yeah.
Okay.
They give me any kind of thing you hit with a stick, and that's what I do.
Do you have anything at home to practice on?
It's in the other room. It's not nearly as detailed as like before, but there's a smaller xylophone called the Bells that I put somewhere, and there's a snare practice pad.
Okay.
I still have my old drumsticks, but the tips broke off.
This is some pretty beefy looking drumsticks.
Yeah, they're heavier, so they're easier to roll with.
Gotcha.
But they're definitely thick boys.
Hold on a second. Another. What else you got on the wall in there?
Oh, okay. So I got a giant Bruce Lee poster.
Nice. That's cool.
At a martial arts convention a while back. Here are my hands from 2008.
Cool. I like it. Yeah, you've grown a little bit.
I think so. Here's my I bought this from the CSY book fair at like 5-ish years ago, and I just never took it down.
So okay, so that's a good topic. Let's land on that topic for a minute.
Okay.
Why are kids? What is it that draws little kids to those book fairs? Because I remember when I was a kid, there's just something about them that you're like, oh, this is awesome. You get this whole catalog of all these different. What is it that draws little kids to book fairs?
Honestly, I think it would be the fact that like you get to choose what you want, and it's not like your classic school library. So you got like different stuff there. And sometimes if you have this book fair like as an actual place, you get to like get out of school and go down there in some cases.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just my thought behind it.
I would agree with that. So when Gabe comes over, which bed does he get? The bed on the floor or like the good bed?
Not gonna lie, he just left and he takes this one.
We could have got like a bonus in with Gabe in the video. That's too bad.
Yeah, no, he had to leave for work, so he left for work.
So you're done with school?
Yep.
You got any big plans for the summer?
A lot of it. I'm trying to save up for a car, like a decent one.
Cool.
So I'm working with my dad, but since there's threats of rain for the rest of the week, I'm basically off. But other than that, I get to work downstairs. I do phones and I wake up to do doors. I am advertising.
Like advertising? So you're his secretary and his advertising agent.
I'm his advertisement wing and secretary, yeah.
Nice. Let's see.
Yeah.
There was something else I was going to ask you about that, but I'm assuming that you'll get in a lot of screen time, video game time as well this summer.
Here and there.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. So if you saved up $4,000 or $5,000,
yeah,
what would be your $4,000 or $5,000 dream vehicle?
See, my dream vehicle, just as a whole,
yeah,
is a Mustang Boss 429.
Oh,
1969. I love that car.
Fast, huh?
Really pretty to me. But that costs a few $1,000s, like up there.
Right.
And it's an oldie but a goodie. But if I don't really know. I just know that's honestly anything better than my dad's car.
If you had to choose between a brand new minivan, a like mid-range, like age and quality truck, or like a totally trashed car, which would you choose?
I'd probably take the truck. I love trunk space.
Okay, good.
I'm one of those people who I'm a hoarder. I take stuff and I just keep it.
Okay.
So and trucks are cool. Trucks are big. Trucks are manly.
That's fine. I really like that answer. I just don't see you in a minivan.
I don't do minivans or SUVs. Minivans and SUVs. I just don't do them.
So I'm assuming that if you're saving up for a car, the moped's still down.
Actually, they're both up and running.
Oh, so you've been out cruising around on the moped lately?
I have. It's definitely easier to now that Corona season's around because everyone's like scared and inside and stuff. So that's easier to go out and drive around for a bit. Here, hold on, I'm gonna go find them. They're in the basement. I know it's not my lair, but it's one of my favorite toys. Oh. Where are they? There they are. Kind of dark in here, but they're my babies.
Oh wait, there's two mopeds?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that old one looks vintage, classic. The other one, the red one.
Mm-hmm. This one is it's definitely the better one. It don't look great, but the seat's still really comfy. Doesn't have a like speedometer anymore, but it still runs fine.
Yeah,
And
you wouldn't want to leave that red one out in the rain and then take it for a ride somewhere because your butt would be kind of wet afterwards.
no, yeah, this is a sponge. It'll soak up everything and just dump it everywhere.
Cool. Well, we got the bonus basement slash garage moped tour as well, so we made out well.
Yup.
All right, thank you, sir. Well, thank you for welcoming us into your lair and showing us around. Hope you have a great summer, and we will look forward to catching up with you in person real soon.
Yep. Good to see you, Dwight. Good to know you're still alive and kicking. You know.
I am still alive and kicking. Any messages you want to send out?
This message is for Derek. Hi. That's it. I don't have anything sweet.
All right,
Just
cool.
hi, Derek.
Derek gets a special message. We will make sure he gets that. All right, thank you, sir.
All right, laters. Thank you.
See ya. All right, so that was Adam Bowder. Some interesting fun with him as always. Lastly, tonight we have our lesson, guys. I'm looking forward to getting back with you guys in person. Keep it pretty short tonight, not too long. But again, we've been talking about interruptions and detours, and there's some crazy stuff going on in our world. And we thought Corona was crazy, and then it just got more crazy with riots and those type of things. And one of you guys actually texted me this past week. I was on vacation. We were at the beach, if you can tell by my tan. We were at the beach, had a lot of fun. But while we were at the beach, one of you guys texted me and just asked what my thoughts were on what was going on with the rioting and the, not just rioting, but the protesting and the death of the gentleman in Minnesota. And, if you guys need somebody to talk to, I'm always here. We may talk more about this topic next week, maybe. There was a really good video that I posted on Facebook this morning on the OneEighty page. And we may talk about that next Sunday night when we're together. But if you have any questions, guys, any thoughts, concerns, comments, I'd love to talk to you guys. I'm just not going to do it tonight on this public platform, but privately, I'd love to do that with you guys. So shoot me your questions. But yeah, things just keep getting crazier. And sometimes our interruptions and our detours are worse than our very worst nightmare. We have some bad nightmares sometimes, but sometimes reality can be even worse than our nightmares. And I want to give you two examples of where that was probably the case. Between 2002 and 2004, in Cleveland, Ohio, there was this guy, and he kidnapped 3 women. And actually, some of them were girls. They were between 14 and 21 years of age, and he held them in captive in his home, basically as sex slaves, until one of them escaped in 2013. So those 3 women were held from like 8 to 10 years captive by this dude. And that's a detour, that's an interruption that was probably way worse than any nightmare they've ever had. There was a gentleman named Floyd Thompson. He was a Green Beret in the Vietnam War. And he was captured by the Viet Cong, and he was held as a prisoner of war for 9 years. And I'm pretty sure that what happened to him during those 9 years as a prisoner of war were probably way worse than anything that he could have ever had as a nightmare or as a bad dream. And so there are some pretty intense interruptions and detours that happen in our lives. So you guys have heard the story of Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And I think their story is probably one of those instances where the detour, the interruption in their life was probably way worse than anything that they could ever have dreamt. So basically, what happens is Israel gets conquered by Babylon, and Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are taken captive. They're taken back to Babylon as prisoners of war. Daniel 1:3 says, "Then the king ordered Ashpenaz, his chief of staff, to bring to the palace some of the young men of Judah's royal family and other noble families who had been brought to Babylon as captives." You ever play Capture the Flag? You know how when you capture somebody, you get taken, or you take them, if you catch them, you take them back to the jail, which is on your side of the territory. And basically, that's what happens to these guys. These guys get captured. Israel gets captured by Babylon, and these 4 dudes get taken as captives back to Babylon. So not only were they in a foreign country, but these people in the foreign country were trying to brainwash them. Can you imagine our worst enemies? Maybe top of the list right now would be North Korea, Iran. Can you imagine if North Korea or Iran captured the United States of America, and they chose you and 3 of your friends, and they took you back to Iran, or they took you back to North Korea, and they basically tried to brainwash you? So what did Babylon do to try and brainwash these guys? Well, first of all, they changed their names. So they were like, you know what? You have Jewish names right now. We want you to change your names so that you have Babylonian names. They were going to try and make them eat their food. So the king was like, hey, we want you to eat the best food we have. We want you to eat our food. The only problem was the Jews didn't eat that food. It was forbidden by the law. And they made them learn about their gods, their customs, and their culture. So they try to indoctrinate or brainwash these guys. How did they respond? How did they respond to this huge interruption detour? How would you respond if somebody took you to Iran or North Korea and they tried to change your name and they tried to make you eat their food and they tried to make you convert to their religion and to their culture? How would you respond? Would you resist? Would you try to escape? Would you hate them? Would you disobey them? Here's the thing, guys. These 4 dudes, they were calm. They were self-controlled. They were wise. And they gave their best effort. Can you imagine under those circumstances being self-controlled? Can you imagine under those circumstances giving your best effort? But that's what these guys did. In Daniel 1:14 through 15, when it came to the food, you guys know the story. I think most of you know it. It says, the attendant agreed to Daniel's suggestion and tested them for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his 3 friends looked healthier and better nourished than the young men who had been eating the food assigned by the king. So Daniel is self-controlled, he's wise, and he says, hey, you know what? How about this? How about you let me eat the food that my law, my religion says I can eat, and you give me a test. And if I don't look as healthy as your guys after 10 days, then I'll eat your food. And after 10 days, they're like, whoa, these dudes look really healthy. Okay, go on. You can continue eating the food that your religion allows you to eat. And then there was the education. Did Daniel give his best effort? This is what it says. Daniel 1:19 through 20. The king talked with them, and no one impressed him as much as Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So they entered the royal service. Whenever the king consulted them in any matter requiring wisdom and balanced judgment, he found them 10 times more capable than any of his magicians or enchanters in his entire kingdom. So these guys obviously applied themselves to the learning. They gave their best effort. So let me ask you this. How could they respond this way? Well, I think this is how they responded that way. I think they knew that their identity was in God. And they knew that the Babylonian brainwashing would never change who they were. They were confident in who they were. They were confident in their identity. So, when Nebuchadnezzar makes a giant idol, this is the part of the story you guys are probably most familiar with. There's a classic VeggieTales video based on this passage. So Nebuchadnezzar makes this giant idol, and he orders everybody to worship it. And Daniel and his guys, they won't bow down. They're like, no. A couple of different times, they're like, hey, it's time for everybody to bow. When the music plays, everybody's going to bow. The music starts playing, and Daniel and his guys are like, no, we're not going to bow. They knew that they knew who they were, and they weren't going to change their beliefs for the king, no matter what he said, no matter what the consequences were. And of course, you know the consequences were a fiery furnace. So how about you guys? When you face a detour, when you face an interruption, are you self-controlled? Are you calm? Are you wise? Do you give your best effort? Or do you go into survival mode? And survival mode is basically where you're like, it's okay if I act out. It's okay if I quit. It's okay if I do crazy stuff. It's okay if I rebel. I just have to survive. I just have to get through this. And so I'm challenging you tonight that when you get interrupted, when your life gets interrupted, Don't just give up. Don't just quit. Give your best effort. Stay calm. Remember who you are in Jesus Christ. Here's the thing, guys. A lot of college students, when they go to college and they've been sheltered all their life, they have a crisis of faith. And their college professors start telling them stuff that opposes what they've believed all their life. And people have kind of a crisis. And they forget about their identity in Jesus Christ. And they want to sacrifice what they believe in so they don't stand out in a crowd. And I'm challenging you guys, when you hit a wall, when you hit a detour, when you hit an interruption, when somebody challenges your beliefs, I'm challenging you guys not to forget your identity in Christ. I'm challenging you not to just give in so that you don't stand out in the crowd. The second thing these guys did is they were going to keep trusting God even if he didn't rescue them. I'll be honest, I don't know that I saw this story as a kid when it was being told to me, but right now, as an adult, this is one of my favorite parts of this story. It's in Daniel 3, verses 16 and 18. And this is right before they're going to throw these guys into the fiery furnace. This is what they say. They say, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied, O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God whom we serve is able to save us. He will rescue us from your power. And this is my favorite part. But even if he doesn't, we want to make it clear to you that we will never serve your gods or worship the gold statue that you have set up. These guys said, hey, we are confident, we have hope that our God is going to rescue us. But even if he doesn't, it's okay. It's okay. So we should hope, we should believe, we should trust that God will rescue us. But what if he doesn't rescue us? Well, does that mean he's not real? Does that mean he doesn't love you? Does that mean he's not in control? Or does it mean that he knows best and he had another plan? Here's the thing, guys. God is always able to rescue you from your interruption and from your detour. Sometimes God rescues us from the fiery furnace. Sometimes he doesn't. But either way, he's real, he loves you, and he's in control. I have an example of this. A few years ago, you heard Josh's testimony a few weeks ago about his wife, his first wife, and how she got cancer, and we prayed, and God didn't take away her cancer, and she passed away. But there's another story in our church. There's a gentleman, Mr. Arnold, Dan Arnold, some of you know him. He plays the piano on Sunday mornings. He had cancer a few years ago, and we prayed, and God did answer that prayer, and he took Dan's cancer away. So sometimes God does answer. Sometimes God does rescue us from the fiery furnace, and sometimes he doesn't. But regardless, just like they said, they're like, hey, no matter what, we're going to serve our God. And that's my challenge to you guys. Will you hold on to your faith? Will you continue trusting God even if he doesn't rescue you from your interruption or your detour? Would you do what you knew was right even if you knew that God wouldn't rescue you? Would you stand up for what's right even if you knew God wasn't going to rescue you from your interruption or detour? Number 3, prayer was important to these guys. Have you ever tried to tell a friend what their dream means? You're in school, maybe at lunch, and your friend is like, hey, I had this crazy dream last night. And ooh, tell it to me. And they tell it to you, and you come up with some crazy idea of what the dream means. Well, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, and nobody could tell him what it meant. And he threatens basically to kill all the wise men if they can't tell him what his dream means. And so Daniel finds out, and he goes to his friends, and he's like, hey guys, we need to pray. And then you fast forward, and there's a new king. His name is King Darius, and his buddies don't like Daniel. So they say, hey, let's trick Daniel. Let's sign this thing into agreement that says Daniel can't pray. And so in Daniel 6:10, as soon as Daniel hears this proclamation that he's not allowed to pray, what do you think he goes and does? It says, but when Daniel learned that the law had been signed, he went home and knelt down as usual in his upstairs room. That's amazing. So Daniel's prayer was so important to Daniel that he decided to keep on praying even when he wasn't supposed to pray. He knew that when he was in a tough spot, the best thing to do was to pray. How about you guys? When you hit an interruption or detour, do you feel like praying more or do you feel like praying less? I want to challenge you guys. Don't quit. Don't give up praying when you face an interruption or a detour. So throughout this COVID, throughout some of the civil unrest that's been going on in our country the past week, have you prayed more or have you prayed less? I hope you guys are praying more. I hope that when you encounter detours and interruptions that you're praying more. And then finally, their faithfulness during their interruption or detour led other people to worship God. Pretty cool. In Daniel 3, after the fiery furnace, after these guys come out of the fiery furnace, oh, by the way, my other favorite part of this passage is it says that when they came out of the fiery furnace, they didn't even smell like smoke. So if you've ever been like around like a flame or something and you've accidentally like gotten a little too close, you might have like burnt a little hair on your arm or something like that. It says not only were they not singed at all by the fire, but it says they didn't even smell like smoke. I love that. But here is Nebuchadnezzar's reaction. When they come out of the fire, this is what he says. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, "Praise to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He sent his angel to rescue his servants who trusted him. They defied the king's command and were willing to die rather than serve or worship any god except their own." And then he goes on to say, basically, we're going to worship Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's God. And then after the lion's den, that's a different king. That's King Darius. This is King Darius' response after Daniel gets pulled out of the lion's den. It's in 6, verses 26 and 27. It says, "For he is the living God. He will endure forever. His kingdom will never be destroyed. His rule will never end. He rescues and saves his people. He performs miraculous signs and wonders in the heavens and on earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions." So you have these two guys. In that day and age, in that time, these two guys were probably two of the most powerful men in the entire world. And because of the response, when Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they hit that interruption or detour, because of their response, both of these men are praising God and saying, hey, these guys know the true, the one, the only living God. Will people see God in how you respond to your interruptions and detours? Would you be willing to go through the tough stuff if you knew that meant that people would come to know Jesus Christ? Hey guys, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are great examples of how to live when you go through detours and interruptions. And I pray that you guys would live like them when you face interruptions and detours. Let me pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thanks for tonight. Thanks for the opportunity we have had to hang out over these past few weeks digitally. God, we're looking forward. I know I'm looking forward to getting back to being together, to meet in person, face to face. And we're excited about next Sunday. And I just thank you for Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. God, I pray that we would follow their example. I pray that when we hit interruptions and detours, that we would pray. I hope that we would be a great example, that we would lead people to you. God, I pray that we would be self-controlled and calm, that we would give our best effort, God. Just help us to be like these guys. God, we trust you. We know that when we go through hardships and trials and detours, even if you don't rescue us, God, that doesn't mean that you don't love us or that you're not real or that you're not in control. God, I pray for our nation tonight. We just continue to go through rough stuff, stuff that's big, stuff that's important, stuff that is hurtful and harmful, stuff that causes division and disunity. God, and I pray that you would help us as a nation to turn our focus to you. Help us to love one another. Help our leaders to just have wisdom as they lead. God, we need you. You're the solution. You're the solution to what's going on with COVID. You're the solution to the racial tension that we have in our country, God. And we trust in you. Help us to be your ambassadors in every situation. Help us to hope and trust and find peace in you in every situation. Thanks for these guys and girls. Give them a great week. In your name, amen. All right, guys. So thanks for joining us tonight. Again, we look forward to seeing you next Sunday at CSY at 6 o'clock at the regular time. If you've been joining us digitally and you've never joined us in person, we'd love to have you join us next Sunday night at 6 at CSY. For at least the time being, we're going to continue to do the online Wednesday on Zoom Bible study. So if you've been joining us for that, which a lot of you have, we're going to keep that up. So hope you guys have a great week. See you later.